Hello there folks, this video is an artistic tour throughout the landscape of the West from Nevada to Montana. Inside are about 30 years of drawing and paintings showing various plein air techniques and various materials. Hope you enjoy the journey. We will start off with a 320-mile, 18-day whitewater oarboat trip down the Colorado River. I was rowing and drawing on the oarboats to capture the action of the rapids and the personalities of the guides. When on the shore, I would try to capture the vastness and verticality of the landscape. When drawing a composition like this with limited time, I would block out the big shapes of cliffs, water, oarboats, and the riverbanks first. Then I would sketch in the ravines, the water movement, or more on the oarboats, and the cloudy sky. The last step would be to add details and textures. In this part of the video, hopefully you'll be able to see the information, the textures that I put in to sort of move the eye through the composition. Though I'm using a lot of line technique in here, you can also be able to notice that I'm using value contrasts in a lot of the textures and a lot of the ravines to bring out more depth and space. Also add a little shot here of me taking my turn at the oars to get through the rapids. So I was also using a small 3x5-inch sketchbook. It has a smaller format, so it gave me a lot more flexibility where I was able to go and different views I was able to get and create drawings that I could always come back and finish later. A lot of these panoramic sketches were done on double-page spreads of that smaller sketchbook. A lot of times these sketches were meant to show more sort of the scale and how huge and gigantic the cliff walls were compared to the oarboats and the people inside. A lot of these sketches really have to do with the geology that's there and to understand how to be able to take that rock formations that you may be drawing and put them in your composition and understand how the light and shadow plays upon those features. Observation and being able to simplify all those complexities of form are crucial in being able to create a dynamic cliff face. Here's a couple of 3x10-inch drawings done during lunch break. If you look closely, you can see on the right-hand drawing the crows jumping into the boats to get the scraps that are left over from lunchtime. So of course, as you go through these, it's important to remember this is just a second in time that I'm jotting this memory down on the page, and understanding your subject matter and being able to draw on top of that after you get the initial gesture drawing down is extremely important. The same process holds true for these two landscape drawings in the fact that light is changing very quickly, so you have to remember what the light was perhaps doing 20 or 30 minutes before you finish up the sketch and get the color in. This is an 8x22-inch ink and colored pencil panorama of the 4,000-foot sandstone cliffs overlooking where the turquoise Little Colorado River joins the larger muddy Colorado River. Here is an 8x22 and 3x10-inch drawing showing the variety of textures of the rock down in the Colorado River, plus a little drawing of me drawing in a smaller sketchbook on the river. In this 22x8-inch drawing, I'm using colored pencil on toned paper and trying my best to work up the ripples in the water, the texture of the stone, and the stormy weather that's beginning to overtake Geraths Peak in the background. In these two little sketches, I'm trying to portray as much depth and space as possible, so you'll see that the overlapping of the water with the edge of the cliffs or one barrier of cliffs against the others are really important as I stagger those forms backwards into space. That same technique even holds true when you're down on the water surface inside the oarboats, and you can see that perhaps that I'm using the verticality and where one line of cliffs bash into another line to show the idea of depth and where the boats may be going in the future. So now we move on to another location, subject matter, and technique of materials here. This painting was done with gouache, and it holds true for the technique of previous ones where I block in the large shapes first and then move on to the textures and the lighting. I've created some painting and drawing videos on YouTube. These show various landscape painting techniques that I've used to create these artwork. Overall though, it comes down to blocking out the basic values and contrast before adding the textures like rusty roofs or bricks. That way the picture is graphically recognizable and more dynamic. So at this point I believe we've gone through all the essential points, so let's sit back and look at the rest of the landscape drawing and painting in this video, with a little music to accompany it. Thank you very much for watching and looking through my work in the process. Hope it gives you a good idea of what is possible in travel and plein air painting and drawing. Check out my other figure, animal, and landscape drawing and painting videos, and please leave a positive comment, a like, and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thanks again, and take care. Bye.